Today I'm going to show you how I built my Wix website and improved my itch pages. Last time on Build My Portfolio, I showed you how I built my ArtStation and Sketchfab accounts from scratch. Since I already have some itch pages, and personalising a website takes a really long time, this time I've already gone through the hassle of signing up and putting something together, so I can get straight into the tricks I'm using to make my work stand out. If you don't already know, itch.io is a games marketplace that lets you upload your project for free, unlike Steam, which has an initial cost to upload your game. This makes itch great for indie devs who are just looking for a place to upload their projects. Since I have a diverse skill set, I plan to post my work on a variety of different platforms so I can make sure my work is being shown to the right audience. Because this means my work is going to be all over the place, I want to have a portfolio website as a centralized hub that I can link people back to. As for why I chose Wix, its vast customization options and ease of use were very appealing to me. Let's start by taking a look at the Wix page I've made. Right now, I think it looks pretty good. I have a picture of myself, along with my name and discipline, so someone who stumbles upon this would know who I am and what I do. I've set it up so if you click on one of the thumbnails, you'll be sent to the game's itch page, so you can better get a look at the project. Having studied other people's portfolios to find out what works best, guiding your visitors around your page and making it easy for them to see your work is a great way to leave a good impression. If all your best work is hidden away behind some of your less appealing stuff, you may lose your visitors' attention before you get a chance to redeem yourself, and that is no good. I've made sure to put my contact details in the footer of my page, since if someone's just looked through my portfolio and they're interested in working with me, it's going to be impossible for them to do that if they aren't able to let me know. I have also set up a blog. A blog is a great way to keep your visitors informed on what you've been up to and lets you discuss your work in more detail. Since part of having a portfolio is being able to prove you have the skills people are looking for, sharing your development process through your blog is a cheat code to getting people to trust you. It means you get to show and tell, rather than only doing one. I've also added a section for my YouTube videos on the page for the same reasons. This channel is a way for me to show off my ideas, processes, and creativity in an engaging way. And while these are very early days, once I have more subscribers, it will act as social proof, informing anyone who visits my website that I am someone others respect and have decided is worth listening to. That said, if you've come this far into the video and you still aren't subscribed, I think you should consider it. The best way to ensure you don't miss out on any part of my journey is to become an early supporter of the channel. Now, before I get to talking about my itch pages, I'd like to show you why having a portfolio website is so important. During my second year at university, I worked on a project called Mors Immatura. It's a small CRPG where you play as a plague doctor trying to do what you can to help the survivors in a small town that's been hit by the plague. Because the game features some dark themes, we decided to tag it as adult on itch. Now, I'm from the UK, and since the Online Safety Act has recently come into effect, itch.io has placed a geo-restriction on my game, meaning that unless you're logged in to itch.io on an adult account, you can't access Mors Immatura. And while that alone is pretty bad, itch has gone one step further, placing an additional geo-restriction on accounts that contain adult projects on them. Since there's no guarantee potential visitors will be logged into an adult itch account when they choose to look at my work, it's really important that there are as few barriers as possible to accessing my work. Because of the geo-restriction, I had to remove Mors Immatura from my itch account page, which sucked. Now, since I have my own portfolio website, this means I can have a link to Mors Immatura directly. I can still include the game, while accepting that not everyone is going to be able to access it, without having to worry about it affecting all my other work. I could also choose to have a unique page set up for it on my website, so that anyone can get an idea for what the game is about without having to play it themselves. This is another reason why blogs are awesome. Now, with that said, let's move on to my itch pages. I currently have 3. The first one is Dev Mascot. This is an account I made back when I was studying my BTech Level 3 in college. It has 2 games on it, a first-person dungeon crawler that I made with my friends a few years ago, and a MOBA-like action RPG that I made for a Magical Girl game jam all by myself. Recently, I set up a brief description so visitors know that they're looking at an old account, and I provide a link to my current one. The second account is the one I set up for university. Part of my course requires us to work in small multidisciplinary teams and build projects. I made this account so that I had an itch page dedicated to my university project. This is where the link to Mors Immaterial originally was. Finally, I have my current itch profile. I went through all the games across both my other accounts and set up this one as a collaborator so I can show all of my projects off together. I also have a couple extra games I made during game jams. From now on, this is where I'm going to be posting my new projects. The first thing I did to improve my itch pages was to create a banner. A banner instantly makes your profile look more professional and helps it to stand out. To do this, I used Canva. First, I opened up Canva. Then I set the dimensions for an itch banner and started designing. I used my brand colours, logo, name and job title so anyone who visits knows exactly who I am at a glance. The best part is I can reuse this banner across all 3 of my accounts, giving everything a consistent look. Next, I updated all my game pages with new screenshots and thumbnails. This was crucial, since I know that my thumbnail is the first impression a player is going to get, so I have to make it count. Finally, I went back to my Wix website, updated the thumbnail for each of my games, and wrote blog posts describing each project. This let me talk about my development process, highlight what I've learnt, and show my growth as a game developer. And that's how I built my Wix website and refreshed my itch pages. Each update makes my portfolio stronger, clearer, and more professional. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Leave a like, subscribe, and check out my previous episode where I built my ArtStation and Sketchfab pages from scratch. Hope to see you in the next one.